feel that as one does up here. I did 15 years hard slogging on local lines before I got my job on a passenger express, so that first run meant a lot to me. I remember how I welcomed the sight of Welwyn Viaduct, feeling that the uphill drag was over and we could get down to making up lost time. We were making 70 miles an hour average then. Schedules are still pretty tight. One has to clip seconds off on runs. This opening haul up to speed fairly eats the steam. About time we picked up our first refill of water. Down the line there are water troughs from which we suck up fresh supplies, and along we come, 70 miles an hour, picking up 5,000 gallons in a few seconds, hardly losing a drop. Back on the train, the attendants are setting up the tables in the dining car. Passengers expect their meals on time, just as if they were at home. We take ours from a billy can. The chefs are busy in the all-electric kitchen. Wouldn't my missus like that cooking outfit? We're nearing Peterborough now. I can always tell it by the sharp smell of burnt clay from the brickfield. It's odd how one recognises places by the smell. Look at Peterborough, York, Newcastle. They all put something of their own into the air. Passengers don't notice that sort of thing. Only the kids have poked their noses out of the windows. Fred gets down to a bit of firing. Only a little at a time, that's his motto. The coal in the tender is always kept wet to make it burn longer. 7 tons has to do the trip, and it keeps the dust down and prevents it from blowing into our eyes. You don't like tunnels, and it's worse for us. Smoke, steam, that fills the cab with grime. In a few minutes we pull into Doncaster and find another branch of the train spotters waiting for us. My grandfather came from here, and my father. They took train numbers just like these youngsters, only it was more interesting in his day, with 123 railway companies, all with different coloured engines. This was a green engine town, the old Great Northern. It's still a railway town, of course. The folks still call the big railway workshops the plant. It's still the finest loco works there is, and there's hardly a railway in the world that hasn't had a few engines built here. My grandfather claimed he was the finest turner in the wheel shops. The men who work here now still have the same ideas, a sense of pride and responsibility.